What's going on, guys? Your host, Ron C., and this is the You Won't Say It, I Will podcast. You can find me on social media platforms, YouTube, Instagram, You Won't Say It, I Will. You can find me on Twitter, YWSIIW podcast, and you can find me on the podcast apps, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play. Oh man, how you guys been out there? It's definitely been a hot one here, man, on the East Coast. It's definitely been crazy hot, but I mean, I haven't complained once. It is what it is. You know, it's not only that it's summertime, but I love summer, man. Just I don't know, I can't get away from summer. I mean, I could stay in summer forever. You always have people that always say, "Oh man, I just love just the fall and the winter." But people who like fall, I don't think necessarily, not always. Sometimes it is weather factor, but I think usually it's more or less has to do with, I guess, what the scenery looks like with the, trees turning and stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, it does be looking nice if you go in certain areas and stuff like that. It does look, look nice and all blah blah blah, but fuck all that. You can give me sunny weather, hot. Now, crazy thing over here, it has been crazy humid. That's the one downfall I would say probably about the East Coast at least. It gets like stupid humid. So I mean, it's one thing for the weather to get 95 degrees, but if that humidity goes up, then it's just it I'm not gonna lie, it's not fun. Like I ride motorcycles, so it's like I won't really go on my bike like that too much. I'll tell cats real quick, like, look, man, I'm gonna be at your fucking ass later on. Here and there. I'm not saying never go out, but I mean, if it's something worth my while, then all right, fine. We'll get up in the morning and or whatever, or get up, late morning or afternoon, go whatever. Whoever's having something, somebody may have some type of block party or something, or some type of festivity in a big park somewhere, something going on, some type of bike thing or whatever. Or it might not just necessarily be that. It could just be anything, something going on. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind that. Yeah, you're gonna be out in it all day, this and that. But like I said, it gotta be something really worth my while. If it's something where we'll probably be riding for a while, or just just a little bit, so I'm more or less in the wind mainly, and we're going somewhere that's that's all right, that's fun. If they got inside and outside, the whole thing don't have to be inside. Got in and out, so I got the option of chilling some AC real quick or something. Then yeah, cool. I'll definitely be down with that. But I mean, other than that, though, I mean, and then you got people that just love winter, and it just baffles me. Now, of course, everything I just said about the summer, you were probably like, man, fuck that, give me cold weather. Then I'll bundle the fuck up. Nah, man, I don't like wearing a whole bunch of clothes and just long. Like, I'm not a big long sleeve person, so even in the winter time, like I'll stay with short sleeves on. I'll just be throwing on a hoodie and a coat, jacket or whatever, or a nice big old thick coat or something. I still have short sleeves on. I do wear my fair share of thermals. Whether it's I actually like a nice thermal and I wear it by itself, or it's not like a regular one or something, then I'll put a shirt over it, t-shirt over it. Wear that combo together and still wear the same coat action outside, like say a nice big old coat or leather coat, or I wear like a hoodie and leather or something like that, some type of combination. But I'm not a big person me wearing, like I said, I do just wear just plain hoodies too sometimes, depending on what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm not a big person to really layer up like that. Like I said, I drive trucks, so I used to do flatbed, and flatbed, you outside pretty much, the whole time, versus if you're doing any type of, regular trailer where only time you have to get out is just like to, you have to go get paperwork or check in and open up the doors, close them. Other than that, we're in the truck the whole time. Flatbed, that's not the case. I've been in all type of crazy weather, rainy and just cold, snowing, snow on top of the load and all that. So I mean, I ain't a big fan of it like that. One thing I can't stand is my hands and feet getting cold, especially my feet. My feet get cold. It's a wrap. I'm no good to nobody. Just don't ask me to do nothing. Don't tell me to do anything. Just don't talk to me. I'm no good to the world anymore. Shit's real. But yeah, man, it's been crazy over here. But one thing I will say, it's been probably a little bit more crazy over there overseas, over in Sweden. If you don't know what I'm talking about and where I'm getting at with this is ASAP Rocky, the rapper. If you don't know him, like I said, his name is ASAP Rocky. Rocky is a rapper, pretty good rapper, man. I fucks with his music, and whether he's good or bad or not, I guess he's on a big tour or something, and I don't know. Like I said, I looked at the video of it. So the video that surfaced out that he posted, and I guess he got in some type of little, scuffle with a guy himself. Basically. I mean, basically he was been defending himself. He had a bodyguard with him. So they pretty much handled theirs. So this happens, and I think a few days later they caught up with him. I think he's supposed to be doing a concert. They caught up with him. He had to cancel the concert, and because they arrested him. So of course word gets out over here. He's a U.S. citizen. So word gets out over here. He's arrested. Blah blah blah. I mean, second somebody gets arrested, it's not really much you can do like that. Just you kind of like let it play out. Hopefully it's a day thing or the same day thing. You hope it doesn't go on for 3 weeks to a month. So now it just recently came out that he was charged today with I guess some type of assault charge with it, and I'm not really sure, but do they not have like no type of self-defense laws? I mean, the only thing I can say, this whole thing, it sounds weird. I mean, I still think, and I guess it's what, like say you get charged, you got charged with it. So it means you get charged with something, you go on you going on trial, so I guess it's more stuff's going to come out, but I don't know. This whole thing, this sounds fishy. It was claims out there. I mean, I don't really think it was claims. I think it was already proven, but it was claims out there that, he was sitting in a cell that was, real shitty. And some, all type of inhumane stuff going on, pretty much just treating him like shit just because, well, he's not one of them, let's not only teach him a lesson, but teach us a lesson. Don't come over here fucking with our people and stuff like that. And, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I mean, U.S. has done some shit, and there's people here that even still would be like, no, you still can't treat them like that because this and that. Well, I mean, depending on what the person did. And I think in his case, I mean, you're going to put him in jail. I mean, you're going to put him in jail, just put him in jail. Don't just, throw him under the bus because, he quote unquote assaulted somebody. Even if you do want to call it that, it's still a form of self-defense showing what happened in the videos. Now, as more stuff came out today with him being charged, they said they still have another video, not just the videos that were surfaced here, but they have also other videos and quote unquote witnesses. All this is alleged. So that's soon to come out. I believe he goes on trial, I think next week or something. And I mean, that's soon to come out to be proven or not if they do have any type of other stuff. And what they're saying that's on the video is that his bodyguard actually started the whole thing. So allegedly the bodyguard, I guess, yoked him up and, punched him up a couple times beforehand. What for or whatever, that hasn't been said. That's what they just said, the bodyguard. So I guess initially that guy was actually on the self-defense side. And of course, whether A$AP Rocky knew about it or not, of course, he's going to react. So it's going to be a whole bunch of reactions, and a whole bunch of get backs. That's just how the world goes. And I don't know. The whole thing that seems crazy, Kim and Kanye, if you're not familiar with, Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, if you're not familiar with what Kim has been doing, she's been trying to do some, the prison reform stuff, trying to get people out who's been wrongly accused or their sentence has been longer than it should have been, or, stuff like that. So, which is cool. She's trying to be a lawyer. I don't think personally I would want her to be mine. Until she got to wait up a little bit. What she's doing now doesn't mean that she wouldn't be a good lawyer, but I still need to see her in the courtroom type of situations. This right here doesn't, to me, prove that, you ain't type of lawyer, but she's not their lawyer. She's just out there, guess you want to say teaming up with Trump, whether however you feel about him or not. He has been, one-on-one with her and been, been getting this thing rocking. So I think they've been trying to get him out, and Sweden's just like, no, this ain't happening, this and that. He assaulted one of our own, think he just come over here and just do anything he wants, this and that. And it sounds like just one of those, I'm just going to make an example of him, But I don't know. The whole thing is crazy. So Trump gets involved himself. So, he contacts the prime minister of Sweden. And, he's pretty much trying to do what basically a president should do. And, he straight up told him that he would personally vouch for, A$AP Rocky's bail if, you release him. And, it sounds all good and all, whether he really knows Trump, I don't know, Trump vouched for her. I know, I'm pretty sure, A$AP Rocky was going to run, or Trump's going to be like, nah, get the fuck out of there, nigga. But, they pretty much see that's a flight risk. Now, on Sweden's defense, yes, I do see what you mean. Saying we do that to our own when it comes to certain things. And, I can understand that you be in a whole different country and, you're saying that you're being accused of something you ain't being accused. Yeah, I'm getting the fuck out too. But if you're going to release somebody, I mean, he didn't do anything. Now, even all this stuff is true. He didn't do anything to me to the point where why the fuck can't he get out, have any bail or anything like that? And then, Sweden's saying that they don't do any type of bails. Okay. You sound stupid. So motherfucker just go to jail, that's it. Just whatever, and you just staying there until whenever the fuck y'all feel like it, whenever y'all get some information, whenever y'all decide to charge them. If you do charge that person, you do charge them, months later, okay, fine, they get to have the court date and all that. So this whole time they're staying in jail, you don't have no type of bail. I don't know, that just sounds crazy. So, but even if you did release them, all you have to do is be like, we're holding on to your passport until, until we figure things out, whether you're going to charge you or not, You would think you would do that, but hell, I mean, we at least do that. We take passports and shit like that, so motherfuckers can't run. I don't know. This whole thing that sounds fishy. Supposedly, there's a human rights activist over in Sweden that says they do have a racism problem there, a big one. But I guess. She's in on the, I won't say in on it, but she's, has ties and information to the case that's going on. And I guess the stuff that they're quote unquote seem like they're not telling us that, this has nothing to do with race or anything like that. Now I'm not going to say it don't have anything to do with race. I won't say 100% does or anything like that, any type of percentage, but I'm pretty somewhere along the line in there, in the corner, in the cut that, there's some type of racism involved. But, we can sit there and point fingers and say this and that all day, but we're always quick to say that. And, for real, just the type of situation that he's in. Now, if he's over here, then, it is what it is, whatever. But being out the country, knowing that his ass ain't got no way back, it's sad to say we're going to play along and just hope that stuff starts coming out, like it should. I'm not going to sit there and say, 'cause obviously I don't know him. I won't sit there and say that he's not going to go over to no country and start no shit. Any real dude I know, yeah, you're not going over to a different country starting no shit, because I ain't trying to go to somebody else's jail. Not saying we got the best jail prison system here, but I'm pretty sure they're way a lot better than being locked up anywhere overseas. I don't care where. I don't want to get locked up in Mexico. Canada's not overseas, but maybe Canada, but not Mexico, not obviously Sweden, not China, Japan, any of that shit. I don't think even fucking London I want to get locked up there. I want to get locked up anywhere. If I just use my passport to go somewhere, even if I didn't, even if I was going to fucking Hawaii or Puerto Rico or some shit, I don't want to get locked up there either. So, hopefully just more stuff comes out, more and more. All we can do is just pretty much just hope and pray that, first and foremost, the truth comes out, whatever the truth is, and then we can go from there. Cause I'm not going to be one of those guys, yeah, free him, free that, this and that, which initially I think they should. Cause like I said, just from what was put out there, dude, just take his passport and, let him do this and that. Would you scared you're going to go around just and punch people in the face or something, So on that part, yeah, I would say free A$AP Rocky. But in general, we definitely need, we need some answers, because something still just isn't right. Okay, charging with assault. They saying about, okay, but why you charging A$AP Rocky necessarily with the assault? Like, wouldn't it be more or less him still getting the, self this is still retarded. Like, stuff not coming out right. But it almost gets to the point like, hell, what the hell can we do? We way the fuck over here, But I tell you, one fucking person that shouldn't have no damn good lawyer, or even a lawyer at all, is fucking R. Kelly's ass. Oh man. Now I don't think I talked about him since probably like it was somewhere like my early episode, maybe the first couple episodes or something like that. I think I mentioned them and what's going on with them. They're recent. I'm gonna back it up. So the more recent news right now, obviously why everybody's talking about them, i.e. me. Apparently there's tapes that, people that are close to R. Kelly release tapes. And these ain't just regular tapes. These are like proof in the pudding type tapes going back some 20 odd years of shit. Now, I think this is already yourself with anybody. I don't care if you working for somebody. If I find out I'm working for somebody, then I'm like, babe, I gotta quit this job. Ain't no way in hell this dude, my boss, gonna be a fucking pedophile doing shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Even if you just a straight up, just a regular neighbor and you can't just leave because you own the house. It's no way in hell. How the hell do you keep fucking with somebody like this over and over? And you just know about everything. How do you know know stuff like this? You know what I'm saying? I've said this once before. It should be a fucking jail. Specifically for people that, like the and all that. It should be not only a special place in hell, but a special place before you go to hell. Off by itself. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even gotta be on the island, just in the middle, really middle of nowhere. Find the one place in the middle of nowhere, and the next city, county, or whatever is fucking town that's 50 miles away. I'm sure there's somewhere in this country like that. I've been over this country, and there's places like that. Next place at least 30 miles. And build a big ass, thick ass, everything you can think of so they can't fucking escape. Saying even have air so they can't get out. I never said too much on everything because, it got to the point where at first, it wasn't like the Bill Cosby. To me, the Bill Cosby thing, I just looked at it like, look, it's old. This is so long. Why in the hell? I mean, these aren't going to say anything. And, I mean, he got all these fucking tapes. Besides the obvious one that made him famous to go to the trial the first time. And the one thing I'm confused about, I don't know if anybody noticed this, but I believe when he was doing that interview with Gayle King, didn't he say that he beat the first trial? Now, when you say stuff like that, when you say, I'm a big person on keywords and sentences, because one word can change a whole sentence. You know what I'm saying? A good way and a bad way or whatever, no matter one word. So you say you beat the thing. Well, how are you going to beat something if you never did it in the first place? And that's one thing I don't understand by anybody who, not just him, just anybody. I never understood that concept. So if you beat something, which means you must have did it and just found a way around it. You know what I mean? Correct me if I'm wrong. Hell, at least I think even OJ even said that. Did OJ say that shit? Even OJ, I think, even said it like that. Or OJ might not have, I don't know. But, he said shit like, yeah, I beat the case. Well, I mean, essentially, yeah, I mean, you read between the lines. I mean, I know what you mean. Yeah, I do know what you mean. And in some cases, yeah, some people say it wrong. And, initially they really was getting, wrongfully accused and got out of it. What I'm saying? Was able to, show the truth on shit, but it's still not to me, a good saying. I really never liked that saying, because to me that really does make it seem like, well, damn, nigga, was you guilty? And you just, like I said, it's either lucked up or, your lawyer was just that good, But, he already goes to trial for something like this for the obvious sex tape that came out before, and that was just crazy. And that sent up red flags then. But, I think what us as people get confused as, and this goes even for the Michael Jackson thing now, I guess the fortunate thing for him, all I'm going to say is, the motherfucker never went to jail or anything. Yeah, he been talked about this and that and, all this, all the other stuff. So many multiple accounts and accusations. Now, R. Kelly has way more than Michael did, but, I just think what we get confused as is that, I guess they mix so much good music and are like, I don't want to say important to the music game, but, they have their hands in a lot of shit when it comes to music. R. Kelly's written so many songs, not even just all the songs, which is thousands of hits and shit. And the multiple albums that he have, and most of the songs on there that are hits, even though they never came out on the radio, are still hits. Same with Michael. He has so many songs. I guess it's like, well, damn, Michael couldn't. No, not little Michael. Not Jackson 5. Find a way to still come after him or came after him, but not really much you can. To me, it's not much you can say. I mean, he does have the accusations, but. Like I said, I mean, that don't mean anything. Maybe he did do it once and maybe they were good enough to hide it. And, other parents was like, oh, fuck that. You've been over there plenty of times. You sure he never touched you, little Billy? Billy, he never touched you? Man, fuck that. He touched you. Nah, fuck that. He touched you. So, no, we accused. And I'm a believer of that. Some people do. The man fucking has $500 million. I mean, you only got fucking $500 in your account. Why not? It's a come up, R. Kelly's case, it's not about that. This bitch is just fucking sick. And I mean, it's just, like I said, I wasn't saying too much about it before. It's just like, well, let me just hear some more stuff. I mean, yeah, he does have a lot of accusations, a lot. And even going way back to the 90s, and they, when he was messing with Aaliyah. And even then, that should have been on ding, 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 bitch, what you doing? But once again, I don't know what's going on, but it still comes down to these parents. And, I didn't personally look at it, but if you look at the Surviving R. Kelly, I think it is, or something like that, it came on Lifetime, whatever the documentary series that he did. Like I said, I didn't look at it, but I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory, I guess. I guess they talk about the early days with Leah, and then they went on with talking about the other people that were coming out accusing him of all this stuff. Him making them sex slaves and shit like that, and now I won't deny, I can, you can really pretty much tell from the songs that this motherfucker probably do got like a sex problem. This bitch does like to fuck. I don't know. Man, I don't know. I'm lost for words right now. Yeah, I mean, it's just the whole thing is just crazy. And you have the all these accusers. They were once young, so it's me. They was under their parents' supervision, and even, I think it came out that the parents took money and you pretty much sold your fucking daughter. Like, how in the hell do you do something like that? I mean, fuck, man, dude, I can use a couple dollars right now. You know what I mean? Don't get it fucked up. But I got a daughter running around right now. If I have a daughter running around like right now, there's no way in hell I don't need no money that damn bad. You know what I mean? I'll sell my bike and my car and do what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? To have some money. Yeah, it wasn't the money that he was offering, but shit, like I said, I'm a regular person, so, and they were regular people too. So it's like, find something to sell, do something else. And I mean, the one thing that just confuses me is how did this go on over and over and over, and then the dude has the audacity to say, well, I would like to be in solitary confinement. Basically he wants to be by himself. He wants to be away from everybody. No, nigga, you don't get to be. And he basically said that he wants to be there because of the charges. He shouldn't. People that are in jail for those type of charges, things don't go good for them. Well, whether anybody went to prison or not, it's just pretty much like a common sense thing. It just is what it is. I mean, it is common sense thing. It is what it is. Like, you did what you did. Yeah, you're gonna be in general population. I don't care if you are a celebrity or not. I guess go in there and go fucking slap a couple guards in the face. I mean, even then they probably like, nah, fuck, they gonna kick your ass and put you back in this regular ass cell, nigga. I mean, get your ass took later on tonight. You gonna get our ass beat by us, and you gonna get your ass beat tonight. Literally, pun intended. You know what I'm saying? So I hope they don't give it to him. But I'm also reading right now that I guess he wants to change his mind. He does want to be in general population, but either way, dude, you going in there for something like this until your trial date, which is next week or in a couple weeks or something like that. And I guess they're supposed to be transporting them to New York or something like that for federal charges. And I'm just looking like, I honestly think he gonna go down. I honestly think he gonna go down, and shit gonna. I think shit gonna get real for him. I think the trial will be a little long, especially if they get people to come up and say this and that. Was that testify and all that. Which they already had testimonies already. The people that came out, but I'm pretty sure they need to be on the stand and do this and that. I mean, you can't even say, pray for the motherfucker no more. At first I wasn't saying pray for him, but deep down I was just like, look, more stuff need to come out, this and that. Oh, it did. And, even with him, even with him getting arrested again and finally trying to come after him, like I said, with them tapes and stuff, they saying they did pretty much just have all the proof and all the evidence that they need. I mean, this dude 52 years old and it's talking about he broke. I don't understand. Out of all the shit that you did, I mean, all these singles and albums money that you made. I mean, I know you made money off of Leah's music with your name be on there. You've written people's music that became hits, making money off of that. Space Jam, I believe I can fly. He believed he can touch the sky. I don't think that's what he was trying to touch. But hey, who am I to judge? Oh, man. But I guess we're going to find out sooner than later. And all I can say is just keep your eyes open, your ears open, and just wait for this news coming out. Oh, man. So I don't know if you guys heard. The shit was kind of funny, actually. I laughed at this shit. So I seen the video. It's a video floating around. I seen it on Instagram, I think a couple days ago or something. And it was this Puerto Rican lady on, I believe, Delta. She was on the airline for sure, but I think it was Delta. And she's like loud and fucking I mean, she's going in on her fucking boyfriend. So apparently it comes down to the boyfriend was looking at another woman. And I mean, you gotta look this fucking video up. I mean, she is going in on this dude. I mean, when I say in, it is not one of those type things where, oh, your girl got mad because you glanced at somebody else or something like that, and one of those type things. And I basically mine wasn't what he did. I mean, we didn't see what happened before, but that's what she's saying. So I'm gonna go off saying, yeah, that's what he did. He just looked. I don't know what definition look mean, because I mean, people walk past you, you look. So I don't know if it's looking, kept staring like damn type that, or just looking regularly or what. But it seemed like she was already. You could tell she's already fucking crazy. Cause I mean, she's snapping, going in. You know what I mean? Sorry, not sorry. No offense, yes offense. What I'm about to say, but crazy ass Spanish chicks. You know what I'm saying? Is it any type of level? For real, any type of level with y'all? You know what I mean? She was going in so much that, of course, like nowadays on planes, you ain't even got to worry about saying bomb and shit like that or got a gun. All you got to do is fucking just be loud and slightly crazy. Not crazy like, crazy, but, it's crazy like loud and argue type crazy, and they ready to kick you off. So that's basically what they wanted to do. The stewardess, and the guy just fine was like fucking this Herdman jumped up and trying to get out, and she's like fucking well on this dude. I mean, going in on his fucking back, hitting the shit out. And he's trying, it's a big motherfucker, and he was trying to get out of there. And I guess they kind of like stopped her in a way, the aisle's only but so big, so they kind of stopped her in a way. Then the captain comes out, and it's like, yeah, you're getting charged against him. She was like, yeah, whatever. Like, this bitch don't care. Yeah, whatever. This ain't the first time. Me and Emilio, gonna handle this shit. Fuck that. They ain't gonna look at this other bitch. You know what I'm saying? So, oh god, fucked up. But I don't know. People, look. You on a fucking airplane. Nowadays, you can't do shit like that. And don't even do that shit in public. Like, you can't, Yeah, you gonna snap out and get a little mad. Okay, fine. But, it's levels to this shit. And she just went past the fucking boss level. She just said, fuck it, I'm going on to a whole different, I'm going on to the sequel. She went in. And I don't know, you just gotta look that shit up. So that, obviously that shit's probably on YouTube. Just search fucking Lady Oregon with boyfriend on plane on Delta Airlines. Like, I don't know. I had to look at that shit a couple times. Then you see whoever's recording, you see a couple of people's faces, and they just sitting there looking like, oh shit, getting real, because they had the headphones in and shit. So, I mean, that's how loud she is. You could have had your fucking music up, jam it, and even if you didn't hear a word for word, you would have heard something like, "This thing, I don't think I got a remix on this song," and you would have took your shit out and would have heard her going in. I mean, he was all type of niggas and everything, and I usually don't have a problem with Spanish people saying it. I mean, almost for the most part, I don't know. I consider him one of us. Sometimes you do hear it. I mean, all the Spanish people I hung out with, and they never really said it, but I mean, you hear it like on TV or in songs and stuff like that. It's like, they're basically the same culture as us. You know what I'm saying? That can go into a whole different argument. I'm sure it is, but it is one of those. It is what it is. One of those type things. But I don't know. Like I said, she was going in on that dude, and all I gotta say is, man, fellas, just watch out. Just go. And you seeing just comments and stuff, and people like, man, you should fucking put her in her place, or say fuck that and just argue back and went in. I'm not going in and go arguing back. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. Nah, I ain't going in because he gonna put me on a fucking no-fly zone. And I'm pretty sure they must have did that to her. Definitely with this being there. I mean, airlines, period, but Delta, yeah, you talking about one of the top airlines out here. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. It's crazy shit out here, man. But once again, you can find me on social media, YouTube, Instagram. You Won't Say It, I Will. You can find me on Twitter, YWSIIW Podcast, and you can find me on the podcast apps of iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play. You guys be good out there. Stay off these planes and watch kids. This is your host, Ron C., and this is the You Won't Say It, I Will podcast.